Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, from start to finish, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. Turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
Mpundu, it seems to me like you've got the solution to almost every problem that this country is facing. Let's move on. Modesty, so you keep attacking the government right now. For who? Yeah, modesty for who? I want to hear more about your personal life. There's a time
I don't.
No, wait. It comes back to this. There's a time when I came to your yard and your house was surrounded by police officers.
Here?
Yes.
Which yard?
Here, right here. This is also a community house. We come here to chill. So there's a time I was coming here and I found over 100 riot police officers.
You counted?
Well, give or take. Figure of speech. Tell us the backstory behind that. And your statement about us arming ourselves. What was that about?
Okay, so Banda is reported missing.
That's him there, yeah?
Yeah.
Where is he?
I don't know.
You know.
Actually, he's in the hands of Jack Mwimbu.
Isn't he in Zimbabwe?
No. You didn't hear.
What?
Jack Mwimbu reported that they had, arrested, JJ.
And then I heard that the Zimbabwean...
information.
Let me finish. And then I heard that the Zimbabwean police then released JJ Banda.
Yes. No, but from where I stand...
You heard that too, right?
Have you heard me talk about JJ these days? I don't. Why? Because the Minister of Home Affairs came and addressed the nation that they had arrested JJ. They're about to bring him here.
Did JJ not go
live?
Him where? Did JJ not go live on Facebook?
Yeah, but arrested him where is he?
In Harare, from what I heard. And then shortly after that, the Zimbabwean police let him go.
Guys, why would you want to argue with government? Honestly speaking, you are trying to argue with government. The Minister of Home Affairs addressed the nation where he said, we have arrested JJ. Do you hear me?
Where was he arrested?
He was arrested in Zimbabwe.
So where is he?
Jack Mwimbu has got JJ in his hands.
Where?
I don't know.
You know what?
My story now.
I thought I was sarcastic.
I know, right?
I was slow. Because for 2 minutes...
who don't know these things.
I thought... No, that's a good one.
No, but
that's a good one.
Being very realistic,
The king of sarcasm from today on.
Okay.
No, that was a good one, though.
Am I saying things that you don't know? That the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs announced that they were just now formalizing, extradition,
from Zimbabwe.
From Zimbabwe.
They
actually arrested JJ. These things you are seeing on social media, JJ going live, are fictions. Honorable Jack Mwimbu arrested JJ. He told the nation. That's why we don't talk about it.
But have you been talking to JJ this whole while?
No, but how do I talk to somebody who has been arrested?
Friend. There's a photo of you and him on the wall.
No, but I used to talk to him until Jack Mwimbu arrested him.
Can this go up tomorrow?
So you asked me what the police officers were doing. So what happened is JJ is reported missing. Interestingly, there was a clip that happened last week on Parliament where we were talking about safe city cameras. Safe city cameras are able to pick minute activities away from here in Chilanga. That's how safe this is. Oh, by the way, I must warn you, careful with those safe city cameras. They can actually capture you doing shenanigans.
In my house?
No, not in the house.
In your car?
Outside. Yeah, but even in your car, if a car is able to be...
I'm worried about what you do in your car.
No, so
No, why would I be worried about what you're doing in your house?
so
You said you don't see us in our home.
so I think the story of JJ is very well known.
Okay.
So JJ is reported abducted. What happened is that they found his car and they found a note. That note was written, apparently.
That car is similar to the car that Magnet has. Hey.
Yeah. So it happens that the slip that had apparent suicide note is a laundry sheet for me. It's my laundry sheet from the motel.
For you?
Yeah.
Your name was on that.
Yeah, I'm the one who got, that sheet. It was in JJ's car. They used it to write that suicide note at the back of it.
Who's they?
The police. The abductors.
Okay.
The abductors. The story of JJ is that JJ was meant to write a story, apparent to look like a suicide. So they picked a paper from his car. At the back of that paper, he had to write that suicide note. Now, it happens that paper was my laundry sheet.
Where was it in his car?
It was in his car because at some point, I would drive his car, he would drive my car. If you go into my room there, you find a box full of JJ's stuff. Oh, by the way, there's actually a room which specifically is for JJ if he wants to come and rest.
So
Is he not there right now?
Virgin, can you just check?
So the police officers now, there was some section of law enforcement who wanted to create a scenario that JJ was, it was a staged abduction. So part of the people they were suspecting to have, been part of the staging was me because of that, document. That is how the police came here to come and pick me up in connection with the investigations. So, but you see, they did not come in proper manners. They came without, being identified. I could just hear the guard saying there are 16, people here who are looking suspicious. So when I was told they did not even have police cars, they had private cars, they were not in uniform. So, JJ has just disappeared. And there are 16 people looking for me. I actually locked myself in and I did not open up. They were here from 7 up to 16 hours.
7 a.m.?
7.
They really wanted you, eh?
Yeah.
Well, so now the most important question is, how did you know they were police?
No, so what happened
They
is that,
didn't announce. They told the God.
yeah. So
I thought the guard said that they were just suspicious people.
So what happened is
No, they
that
did
when the
mention
guard
it,
told me now, so I called
the
Fred.
lawyer.
So I called Honorable Chonde to come because I hate. So I did not want to open up. So I asked somebody to come and check. When he came, he identified one of the police officers in plain clothes.
Yeah.
That is how we learned, and I had to call my lawyer to come. When the lawyer came, he actually confirmed they were police officers. When he asked them what they wanted, they didn't know what they wanted. They just wanted to come and pick me.
Or they didn't want to tell your lawyer. They probably knew.
Well, they were just sent to come and pick me, So they didn't know. That's what we can conclude. They didn't know because they could not disclose. How do you not disclose to my lawyers? And you want the lawyers to present me to you. So they came to pick me. And then because my lawyers then learned of what, so we started communicating now with head office, headquarters to know why we were wanted. And so headquarters around 15, 16, they were able to tell us that we were needed in connection with JJ. That's how we said, okay, we come. And I walked out at 16 hours and we went to
So were you locked up? Or it was just an
No,
interview?
I wasn't locked up. They just did, we just had an interaction. I think they were not satisfied as to why they should arrest me.
Was it your job to satisfy them?
Well, I must have satisfied them because you see, I asked
That was a dirty joke, and you walked into it.
So I asked them very simple questions. They were asking me where I was when JJ was disappearing. I threw this question to them. There's no way the state can ask me where I am, where I was. The state knew because a night before I was traveling to Kitwe, I actually communicated to JJ at 19 hours when I got into Kitwe. The police knew where I was because they could actually pick the communication where I was and where JJ was. Okay, they could actually pick me, in the traffic in the my car passing through the toll gates. So they knew, the police knew where I was, and also
But that doesn't mean that you were not involved in his abduction. The fact that you were in Kitwe.
Could have remotely engineered things.
So if I'm involved in the abduction, seriously, you can tell from the conversations.
Which conversation?
The ones I had on phone with him.
No, but again, if you planned to have the
Oh,
abduction,
by the way,
yeah.
this is now interesting. The area where JJ was abducted, I hope we don't turn this into it because we asked the question, is the Zaf area. That's near the American embassy. Or if you didn't know.
It's near my house too.
Yeah, if you didn't know, in that area, if you leave that area, that's a very secure area. That area, you are watched 24/7. The American embassy is such a secure area. They can pick up your phone calls some 200 meters away, and they can actually listen to your conversations.
I feel bad for people who've got side chicks in that area. Hey,
Very good. So what I feel, and this is what I was telling the police, there's no way you would not know what happened to JJ. That you should call me to ask me about what happened to JJ. There's no way you would not know. Because number one, you have safe city cameras. Those are able to pick minute activities far away in Chilanga.
but let me ask you a question. Don't you think they were actually doing their job properly by coming to get you because they saw your laundry sheet in his vehicle? If that laundry sheet belonged to Switcher, would you not have been satisfied that they went and they snatched him up to ask him questions?
Is that what you call proper work?
No, but that's an investigation. They're following up leads, right?
No. Let's be very realistic here. I'm a member of parliament. You don't pick me like a common criminal. If I'm suspected to have committed a crime, call me. I have parliament. The procedure is that you must write to my parliament. We want this guy to come. I'll come. Where can I run to? I didn't commit a crime. So to come.
So it was the manner of how they came to get you, but not really them following up on leads.
No. Them following up on me was okay. It's part of an investigation. I'm a friend to JJ. They found a laundry sheet in his car. By all manner and intent, they were okay. But to come and pick me in 16 officers in plain clothes, unacceptable.
You were slept.
Unaccepted.
Who was you slept? Were slept? Or you were slept?
And the guards there.
Who are you? You are his.
He's my run around guy.
He's your PA.
Yeah, but you've got a slappable face though.
Iwe, can you stop? Let's continue this conversation.
Oh, God has a question here.
Yeah, a question. According to the facts that you heard that day, do you think JJ Banda was abducted?
Come again?
Was JJ Banda abducted? According to what you know.
You think he was?
What makes you think he was abducted?
JJ came to tell the story. JJ told the entire nation, JJ told the interrogating officers, JJ told his lawyers, he told the nation that he was abducted. He did not end at saying he was abducted.
Did he say by whom and for what reason?
He actually told who abducted him.
Who?
He mentioned Hamasaka. He mentioned this advisor to the president for politics. What is this? Levin Goma. And he also mentioned Trevor Mwinde. It's not me.
Why?
No, it's not me who is mentioning.
No, why?
I'm just answering a question that he mentioned these three people.
Why would they abduct him?
Would I know? That is now a question we have to reserve for. But even him would not know. How would you know why, the abductors? Of course, what I have been told, they were asking him funny questions.
So how does he know that? Wait, did they physically, those three people came to take him, or they ordered?
He recognized them. That's what he says.
So they were part of the people who came to snatch him from his car.
Well, he says they were part of the interrogation wherever he was taking. He saw those. No. So he was picked. He was picked. Remember, he was cornered. He was driving. Found a car. He turns into Bowlen. Another car stops him.
Wait, why is he being arrested again?
Huh?
JJ Banda, why is he being arrested again?
That's now an interesting part where we are going.
Okay.
Finish your story. He's cornered.
So he's cornered. They take him. They took him to where he was being interrogated, where they were torturing him. And then he identified three individuals.
Hold on. Just hold your thought.
But this is reported speech, right?
Exactly. And I'm going to write on reported speech. Let's be realistic here. You're driving at 0203. Two car corners you. One in front, one behind. What will make you, in your right mind of state, open the door?
So they stopped him.
But why do you think he opened the door?
Because there was no scratch on the car.
So listen.
The car was intact.
So listen to what happened. So they stopped him. So he's being chased here. There's a car in front. They stopped him. So they came out of the car. They were banging on his windows. He couldn't open. They then, threw a stone on the screen. At that point, he knew that things were not okay. They were criminals. So he had to open.
See, right there. Cap. Sorry?
Okay,
That's
so
not the problem.
tell me in any given circumstance, you have that scenario that you can't open because they were still going to break it.
See, once again, see now,
Now those
let's be realistic.
Those are things that we should not even impute.
Hold on. Let's be realistic for a second.
Yes.
Hold on, Gob. Let's be realistic for a second. You've got one car in front of you, you got one car behind you, and the people banging on your door, right? You think whatever they want to do is not good.
See,
right?
so
This is 02.
Right, and this is 2 in the morning,
So
and
from-
you're close to a graveyard.
So from JJ's story that he told the lawyers, as reported by the lawyers, at that point he thought these are car criminals. They wanted his car. He opened up because his
Let them
life
take
was
the car.
precious. Let me give them my car.
Did they have any weapons?
No, he didn't have.
No, did
them
they?
had.
Or what weapons did they have?
Well, apparently he says they had guns.
So they took a stone to break the glass when they had a gun.
Gun.
Yeah, but did they want to kill him?
No, they wanted to break the window.
Well, the question is, did they want to kill him?
No, they wanted
Because
to
if you're
break
going
the
to start-
window to
listen,
open the door.
If you're going
But
to
you see,
start
also,
shooting,
one thing we're missing
if you're
again
going to
is we
start
don't know what
shooting-
mindset he was in.
Yeah.
No, but
The
again,
guy's in fear. You can do anything.
No, hold
You're
on.
in fear.
Hold
There are
on.
people guns
Hold
outside
on.
your car.
Hold on. Never mind the guns.
It's
Let's-
easy to
no,
say these
hold
things
on.
when you're not there. You know what I mean?
So
Kalenga.
again, you are
But
asking
just
the
a
wrong
second.
person.
Just a second.
No.
Never mind.
No.
Never mind, JJ. Never mind, JJ. The criminals themselves, they want to get a car and they're banging on the door,
Right.
and the guy's not opening up, and they've got a gun. They're gonna opt to go and get a rock, to throw a rock instead of just shooting the
I also
window.
don't know why they did that. They're not here to explain
But
themselves.
again, you see, you are asking a very wrong person. Me, the only thing I can tell you is as the story goes.
No,
you're reporting.
I hear
luckily
you.
now.
Here we are
luckily
speculating now.
Luckily now, we have JJ alive.
To come and tell his own story.
In fact, JJ has already told the story. JJ was being interrogated by not one officers. There were 12 police officers at command center who interrogated him. I want to believe that JJ gave out the minor of details, the slightest of every detail. He gave that to the police to a point where he actually says, this one and that one and that one, I saw them. The next thing is, I think this is what we must now interest ourselves in. JJ disappears. He had been in Parliament for 2 years. He had never been unwanted for any crimes. Are you listening to me?
This is why I'm asking why
He
yes.
had been in Parliament for 2 years. There was never a report of JJ being wanted at the police. You would have heard about it. JJ now misses. And the whole country is entertained to prospects, I'll put that here, of an abduction. Interestingly, JJ is found alive and he lives to tell the story. He names 3 people. Even if I was not a police officer, even if the named people were my friends, out of the public, the expectation, we could have seen these guys being taken to police formality wise, even if you want to protect them, formality wise, so that we, the public, would see that how the police, they are working. Look, they caught Binwell, they caught the 3 people who were named, and obviously this matter is going. Interestingly, JJ is arrested.
Why?
For what crimes? Apparently, crimes that could have been committed in 2015. This was 2023. Apparently, they now get to have him arrested over cases that were committed in 2015. Now,
So they were committed.
apparently. Now, listen to this. The public has been entertained to some drama that JJ was arrested for urinating in somebody's mouth.
Okay.
All right? Okay, so there are 2 gentlemen called Sukwa and I've forgotten the gentleman. He now works he's part of Members Party. a socialist. There's an instance that happened in Vubwi, where apparently from the reports, JJ's team attacked some journalists, 2 of them. In that fracas, apparently, a camera was destroyed belonging to the Post newspaper. And it turns out to be that this particular journalist had lost a 200 kwacha from the details being provided now. So for this matter, JJ was arrested.
For robbery.
He was arrested for assault. And the matter was taken to court. JJ was found guilty, actually pleaded guilty to assaulting this journalist. He was fined a 12,000 kwacha, which he paid, which 12,000 kwacha went to the journalist, and the 2,000 kwacha which went to the courts. That's how JJ walked to freedom for having paid that fine by the courts. Years down the line, a report comes that no, JJ has been arrested for the similar incidents, but now different facts. From the public, we hear he was arrested because he had urinated in Sukwa's mouth. When this matter is reported, the police have got this, a statement changes. The statement now suggests that JJ threatened to burn Sukwa alive. So he has been charged with the attempted murder. This Sukwa lost a 200 kwacha, so he has been charged with aggravated robbery. So number one, there's nobody whose mouth was urinated in. Because twice this matter has gone to court. Twice, there's no record of anybody claiming they were urinated on.
There's no affidavits to that effect.
There's nothing.
There's
So
no docket, no affidavit,
There's nothing. It was just some media sensation. Up to this end, people say JJ is a criminal, he urinated in somebody's mouth. This person is alive. This matter has gone to the courts twice.
Is there a complainant?
Yes, there is.
The same Sukwa.
Yes. Sukwa now is the one who has come back after initially was paid 12,000 kwacha as compensation for the damaged camera. He has now come back to say JJ threatened to burn him alive. That is why he has been charged with 2 counts. 1 for attempted murder and 2 for aggravated robbery for a 200 kwacha that Sukwa lost. This is a Sukwa that was paid 12,000 kwacha by the courts as compensation. He actually now comes back that he lost a 200 kwacha. That is aggravated robbery.
So here's my question. We don't have a lawyer in here.
No, those are facts, by the way, that you can pick from.
No, I hear you. So, in this altercation between JJ and Sukwa, the altercation did happen.
Apparently it did.
Right, because he pleaded guilty.
Yes.
Right. So, I am trying to figure out when, if in an argument between you and I threaten to burn you, when does that become
attempted murder?
Unless I actually
light you up and you survive, right?
Right. Or I get petrol, for example, pour it on you, and then for some reason I don't light you. I'm trying to figure out when you move from just a threat to it actually being attempted murder.
I feel so sad that, we have become a country where, a victim becomes a villain.
There's a lot that's not being said here.
Wait. In this instance, JJ is a victim. He has been abducted. You pick him up, suffers a multiple of ailments. He's taken in police, even though Jack was claiming he's verified. They pick him from a private hospital. They decide to take him to a military hospital. He doesn't spend one day there. He spends close to a month. Somebody who was okay. Somebody who was fitting almost every day.
Who was what?
Fits. He was fitting almost on a daily basis.
Epileptic?
Yes. For a month. He's not being held in a facility where you think that there can be collusion. The doctor can write something. He's being held in a military hospital. Jack Mwimbu had the audacity to tell the country, no, we saw him. He's very okay. Meanwhile, after suffering all this ordeal, 1 month down the line, they take him to a clinic called Skanze. In the night, they bang him into, or they push him into a Land Cruiser, drive him in the night from Lusaka into Chipata in a sitting position from a bed, from a sick bed. He goes there, he develops hernia. Okay, this is a victim. On top of that, you slap him with those outrageous charges that you are asking. How did it turn to become attempted murder? And aggravated robbery for a 200 kwacha that this guy lost. This is a guy that actually lost, or was compensated 12,000 kwacha. So, you know what we don't do? It's like the issue I had in Parliament, for which I was sent out last Friday. Mungandu comes to Parliament, Honorable Mungandu, and alleges that I am the one actually who facilitated the running away of JJ from the hospital. Have you heard that?
How?
The Honorable MP for Chama South came to the floor of the House, raised the point of order, in which point of order he alleges that I am the one. I should actually stop insinuating that JJ was abducted by the state, which I've never made. But that I'm actually the one who facilitated the escape of JJ from the hospital. He is protected by parliamentary immunities. But you see, I am being abused in Parliament, being defamed in Parliament.
Every time
and the Speaker is watching. I react, I protest. I'm the one sent out of Parliament. And you see social media, people now becoming, keyboard warriors. Nobody excited or what to, insult me, the victim of that abuse. Same. We have become a country where the victim becomes the villain.
Why can't you abuse back?
Unfortunately, the rules don't allow. Otherwise, do you know what you could have said? Because I may have stood up. But Speaker, you can't allow him to continue. Have you seen how I've been insulted? Can you imagine if I abused him back?
Why aren't you?
No, I'm saying this. I'm saying this because you see, you are expecting me to act like an angel. The only mistake I did was to stand up to protest, to ask the Speaker, stop this guy from abusing me. Just that sees me kicked out. Can you imagine now if I also abused him, what this society would have made of me? Mungandu, nobody has talked about him. Nobody has questioned Sukwa. Nobody has questioned him over all the allegations, including alleging that JJ urinated in his mouth, which he has failed to take to the police. Nobody has questioned that.
How did the urination happen? Did he just...
Well, that is what you now... I think you need to bring Sukwa to the podcast.
Was he held by other people?
And told, say,
Yeah, you know what I mean? How does that happen?
Because,
yeah.
guys, we must become a society that moves from being gullible to easily believe anything that is churned out, to interrogating these things.
Challenge.
If I make a claim, anything that I've said on this podcast, interrogate it. Because I'm not the alpha and omega. I don't obviously have.
Who's the Sukwa person right now? Is he a journalist?
He's a journalist.
He's a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
I don't know where he works. It's in public domain. I don't know where he works now. So my request, guys, is very simple. We need to become a country of honest people, men of honor. It's unhonorable to attack somebody or to allege evil on somebody, and society feasts on the one who is being abused. You remember the case of Tayari, Chirufa Tayari? The whole country watched a clip of him being visited by men with machine guns. You saw that, right? Tayari goes to complain. Perhaps the only mistake he made was to suggest that this could have been army officers. Maybe that's the only mistake he made. But you see why he made that mistake is because he thought that they are the only ones who can have such guns. But criminals can also have. But you see what happens. Tayari goes in on what is that charge? A very serious charge, which otherwise would have seen him go for many years. Do you know why Tayari ran away? Because he feels that there's no justice system. The society is not fair.
Is that why you're saying JJ ran away too?
Yes. JJ is reported missing. Comes and tells the story of him being,
Abducted.
What is this? Tortured. He goes into hospital for almost a month. He's bundled into a van, driven from a hospital bed. Or you should hear the story of how they picked him. The police goes, Officer Yui goes to Minasok, finds JJ had just, come around from a fitting. He's there, the doctors are there. He comes around from a fitting. Officer Yui comes, picks him, puts him on the stretcher. Let's take him out. As they are taking him out, he falls, fits again, falls down, picks him up, puts him on the stretcher. Let's go. They are going out, he again falls, picks him from there. Again, let's go, bands him into an ambulance. They take him to Skanze from a big hospital like that. They take him to Skanze Hospital. From there, in the night, they put him in a van. They drive him all the way to Chipata in a sitting position. Somebody who has been fitting the whole day. He's there in the hospital. And you think that somebody who expect a fair treatment?
Just like we said in the Donovan Gray episode, the views and opinions expressed on this episode have got nothing to do with Kalenga and myself.
Yeah, the views of the person speaking them. Speaking of guns, you brought up the issue of guns with Tayali. Recently, if not about 3 weeks ago, you were arrested again. A seditious statement. Were you encouraged, or is it incited or insinuated to politicians and the citizenry to arm themselves with equal measure? What's the full story behind that as well?
I was out with my family in SA. For the first time, I went to just have a breather.
Guys, speaking of urinating,
Don't do it in anybody's mouth, eh?
So then I get the story. I see the video of President Sean Tembo narrating how he was attacked by UPND cadres to a point where they chased him from a campaign center all the way to the police station in Kawambwa. There at the police station, the officers are there, including senior police officer in charge of the province, Officer Yui. If you watch that video, Sean Tembo is explaining how even officers were chasing them from the police station. No, go. Meanwhile, the attackers are outside with tools to harm them. He's then showing how the cuts he sustained at the hands of these attackers. Now, I'm here as a fellow politician. I'm saying you were actually attacked right in the presence of the police at the police station, and no statement from the police, nothing. Guys, if you are going to be attacked by the police or by the cadres, Kalenga, the PF used to have cadres who used to even attack some people. I had never heard of PF cadres going to attack people at the police station in presence of the police officers. So this is me now saying, you guys, looks like you are on your own as politicians. If you're going to be attacked right in the presence of police officers, you are on your own. What does the law say? The law provides for self-defense. That is why I went to study law at some point. The law provides for self-defense, and it is permissible. The only catch is that the force you use to defend yourself must be commensurate with the aggression.
But isn't that a little unfair on the police, because the attack could have happened before the police could do anything
Well,
about
but
it?
the attackers went and chased them all the way to the police. If you should go and watch the video, the narration of Sean Tembo, they will actually chase them into the offices. So these are people that were known even by the police. The police could not even arrest these characters. So my statement was to suggest that it looks like we are now on our own. Because if we are going to be attacked and the police are watching, they don't. Up to now, you have never read a statement from the police over what happened in Kawamu. They've not said anything. What does that tell you? They have shielded those characters because they knew them.
Yeah, but isn't it a little excessive again to encourage people to arm themselves?
No, listen to this. Because what is important, do you know that any crime you commit is actually laid down in penal code?
Yes.
So when you are alleged to have committed a crime, all the police will do is to go to the penal code and say, okay, this action you did amounts to this crime, and it even prescribes the penalties or the punishment. The question is self-defense a crime in Zambia? It's not a crime. The only catch is your reaction or the force you use
Needs to be equal.
Needs to be equal to the aggression. So if somebody comes with a knife and you use a knife, afraid.
So you can't use a gun to someone who's attacking you
No,
with a
you
knife?
can't.
Otherwise, then don't attack me then. See, this one I don't like.
Now, that's the point I'm driving to. So I am now saying, colleagues, as politicians, we now need to equip ourselves with guns to stand ready to defend ourselves. Because if you saw what happened in Petauke, Honorable Brenda Nyerenda was being chased. These guys produces guns and they are shooting at Honorable Nyerenda. So if you have criminals attacking you with guns, shouldn't you by now be preparing yourself with a gun? Shouldn't you have a gun? Is it lawful to have a gun in Zambia? The laws in Zambia allows you as citizens to have guns. All you have to do, buy a gun now, go to the police and get a license for that gun. So if I'm going to ask you, Kalenga, that get a gun, is that a crime?
No, but it sounds to me like...
I advise you as a friend. You need to get... By the way, I get advice a lot. Buy guns.
Don't you think you'd raise a war with such statements, though?
No, but you raise a war on who?
How so?
How so?
Against who?
Wow,
You know, if all of us have guns, we're going to tend to start using them.
Kalenga, do you know how many people have guns today? Imwe, do you know how many people have guns today? Even you guys, you have guns. Let's have a pretender.
Yeah.
Have you waged any war?
Well, firstly, not that I agree with you, but to speak to Kalenga, do you know who has guns?
All of us
Criminals.
Everyone does.
No, it's
Nowadays.
not just criminals.
No, but my point is this. If you have to defend yourself
In equal measure.
in equal measure, again, I'm not agreeing with you because it got you into trouble.
And I keep emphasizing that because that's what he said. In equal measure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the point you raised is very important. This country must focus on the problem. There wouldn't be a need to defend yourself, even if it means knives. There wouldn't be a need to defend yourself
If
there's no attacker. So our point must be, can we begin to address where is the problem? There are criminals disguising in cadres who are attacking people. Why shouldn't we focus on these criminals? Because if they are not there in the first place, there wouldn't be a need.
criminals will always be there, though.
No, but these are cadres now. These are cadres. And they went to attack people in the presence of the police. You even know them.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.